Over time, many techniques have been developed for connecting computers together. The way you can connect computers in a network configuration is called network topology. A picture of a network is almost like a map where you can trace connections like roads between computers. There are several common patterns for connecting computers together. By far, the most common is the star pattern. Each of the computers can be visualized as a point on a star, with network cables leading into the center of the star where a hub or a switch is used to connect them all together. Now, you've got a lot of cables in a star topology, but if one of the cables fails, only that one computer is cut off. The rest of the network will continue without interruption. One alternative to the star pattern is the bus topology. In a bus pattern, all computers are connected together on one common cable or backbone. Each computer will write data out to the shared bus where it's received by every computer on the bus. Every computer needs to decide for itself if the data is interesting. Now clearly, the more computers you have on the bus, the more information you have flying around, and the harder it is for everyone to keep up with all the data. The final type of topology that we'll discuss is the ring pattern. In a ring, each computer is connected to two neighbors, and the entire set of neighbors is connected together in a ring. So in order to send data from one computer to another, you pass it around the circle until it reaches the destination. Now, one disadvantage of the ring topology is that a single cable break can bring down the entire network, since computers can no longer pass information all the way around the ring. Now, some other topologies exist, and you can also make hybrid combinations of star, ring, and bus patterns. But these three are by far the most common that you might see in your school, business, or home. Have you ever used your smartphone to pay for something? If you have, then you've used a new type of point-to-point network called near-field communications, or NFC. This network involves wireless data transfer between two devices that are very close to one another. Most smartphones already have the capability to perform NFC transmissions, including Apple Pay and Samsung Pay. Android owners can also use NFC to transmit photos, contacts, and directions between two Android phones that are held closely together. Computers arranged in a private network covering a relatively small localized group are called local area networks, or LANs. The networks inside a home, small business, or a school are examples of LANs. Now, when networks become larger and stretch over further distances, they become wide area networks, or WANs. A large business may have many smaller LANs in different geographic areas, and all those LANs are connected together over a WAN. You can view the internet as an extremely large public WAN. In a peer-to-peer network, all computers are equally and relatively independent. You can share the resources on another peer computer if allowed, but there are no main servers or hosts that provide services to everyone else. This is a fairly common arrangement in home networks. If you have a large peer-to-peer network, you may want to subdivide sets of computers into work groups. A work group is just a group of peers that have agreed to share resources, maybe a printer or a file system. And this makes it easier to work with the other members of your work group. But you still have some security in place, so all of the other computers on the network would not automatically get the same rights to access the work group resources.